Monday, welcome to this week's studio vlog. I am at the studio. It's 12:45. I spent all morning editing my YouTube studio vlog for January, and now I have to come and empty my car from the market, which I was going to do yesterday but ran out of time. And I also need to clean my studio again because somehow it's gotten horribly messy. Let me show you. So we've still got, this is coming home today. Look, there's just a pile on the floor now. That was cleared on Friday. Yeah. Also got an appointment at 3 o'clock to go and see Farrell's bookstore in Mornington, who are considering bringing my product on and being my Mornington stocker. So that's exciting. But before that, I want to get this studio cleared and my car emptied and have things like semi-decent again. Also here today cleaning out her studio, which has been a mess. She's got her stuff on the workshop table, which is a good idea. I might do that too, just to remove it out of the room and then reset it. That's sometimes a good option. Also, I just got another order that I placed from another Australian artist who does beautiful washi tape, the Wattle Studio. So if you haven't seen my previous vlogs, I'm doing way more craft fairs, also running lots more craft workshops this year. So I'm building up my craft supplies category on my website, and I'll also be selling these at the craft fairs that I'm doing. So these are gorgeous washi tape, Australiana, we've got Australian animals, this lovely just black line washi tape, and then we've got some turtles too. Animals that you can't find on normal mainstream shops washi tape. I feel like they will go well, so I'm gonna get them on the website this week. Got lots to do. February shop update was supposed to happen yesterday, didn't happen because I was running workshops all day and I was at market on Saturday and I just hadn't got the stuff uploaded. Then I was going to do it today. I don't think it's happening today either, so I think we'll get the stuff photographed tomorrow and then hopefully uploaded, and I might just do the shop update on the 5th or something. I'm trying to stick to the 1st, but you know, we're at the start of the year. We'll get there. Okay, that didn't take too long. I've unloaded all the stuff that's staying here. I've loaded all the stuff that's going to my home shed. So that's all the marquees, the floors, the mesh walls, the tables. It's kind of a pain because I have to then take it down to my back shed, but because I'm not doing many markets this year, it's not like it's a weekly thing where I'll have to be grubbing everything out and putting it back in. It's more monthly or twice a month, so it's fine. My poor car needs a clean. Okay, I've gotten a start in here. Now I got my Life of Colour markers orders on Friday, and I'm so excited because I actually used them yesterday. I got a few products to try. I think I got 4 or 5 of each thing. Oh, it must have been 4. So I got 4 each of these. So these guys are double-ended acrylic paint pens. So like Poscas, but they've got a thicker end and a thinner end. So they're called Dottalicious, but you don't have to use them as for dots. You can use them just for drawing. And so because they're paint pens like Poscas, you can use them on so many different things. You can use them for rock painting, fabric and shoes, ceramic, glass, terracotta, paper, canvas, cardboard and wood. So they're really versatile. We used them a little bit in my junk journaling workshop yesterday and they went on really well, so I'm very excited about that. I got these brush tip paint pens. So the brush tip paint pens, I find they don't go on as solidly as the Poscas, but they're really beautiful for a more painterly look, like watercolors, and they are still the paint pens, so they will go on all the different surfaces as well. They just give a different sort of finish, but I love them. When Life of Colour sent me a heap of products last year to try out and make some content for them, I ended up using a lot of the markers in my kids' workshops. Was it last year? No, it was the year before. 2024, and the kids absolutely love these brush tip markers. I think probably more than the standard sort of Posca style markers. So really good one, really nice one, especially like for things like colouring in and stuff. These are really good because they've got the point tip ends, so you can get into smaller corners. Then the next one I got are the classic paint pens. So these are basically the equivalent to a Posca pen. So these are, I think they're probably the most expensive product as well. They're $39 for this set, but that's still quite a bit cheaper than Posca's, and you're supporting an Australian company, and I would say they're as good as Posca's. When I was looking for markers to stock, because I decided not to go with the actual Posca pens because the markup it wasn't viable for me to do. And it's also, they're quite expensive for people to buy, whereas these ones, they're Australian company, so the money's staying in the local economy, and they're like, the quality is amazing. So I'm very excited to give these a go. We tried them again yesterday in our junk journal workshop, and everyone was loving them. So next up is this Tutti Frutti acrylic marker set. These are so cool. What I love about this set here, firstly, there's heaps and heaps of colors to choose from. They're a slightly smaller tip, so it's 2.5 mil tip. And they come with this cute little carry handle for the little container. I just think that is so cute. If you're going for like a craft day with friends or whatever, this is such a cute little one to take with you, or if you're going to a cafe or something and doing some drawing. Very fun, and obviously you would just keep them in there. It's a really nice container to hold them. Then next up is the gouache stick set. Now, I wasn't sure what these would be like because I haven't tried them before. But I got 3 packets to try, and we used them yesterday in both our vision board workshop and the junk journal workshop. Oh my gosh, they are amazing. So basically, I'd never used a gouache stick before. I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it might be similar to the oil pastel sticks that you can use on paintings to give it an extra sort of creamy, pastel-y vibe, and it's basically what it is. But the beautiful thing about these is they don't get all messy and smudgy. Once it goes onto the paper, it just literally was not smudging yesterday. So I love that, because oil pastel sticks leave lots of smudges and get really messy. So this, I think, is literally my favorite product out of all of the Life of Color products I bought. I'm so excited. Oh, I got 4. That's right. I already sold 1 pack because these sell for $25, so $24.95 for this whole set of beautiful pastel colors. So one of the ladies who came to my workshop yesterday, she loved them so much in the vision board workshop. She literally bought a pack straight away. So I think these are a must-have. If you're a journaler or mixed media artist or exploring that side of your creativity, if I was to say to get anything from this set, I would probably start with this set because it's just really beautiful to use. Actually, if you don't have any markers at all, I would probably say this would be a great one to start with because it's got the thin tip and the thicker tip, and these two, I would start with these two for sure. And then the last item I got from them are these watercolor brush pens. So I haven't had a good play with them yet, but I think they'll be nice to use. So they're actually watercolor paints in the pens. Got a really nice selection of colors. Comes with that one that you fill with water. So then what you can do, some of the girls used them just straight on their junk journals yesterday, and that the look it came out with was really nice. It was almost like similar to a pastel-y color because it was not watered down at all, so they just use that straight on. But I would probably use this and then go over it with the water paint pen to give it more of a painterly effect. But yeah, I need to give these a bit more of a test run and see how they go. So I've kept one set of everything that I bought yesterday so that I can use them in my workshops, and so that I can also just do some examples with some tutorials that I'm going to be doing on YouTube, and to make sure that I like the product. I will never sell a product that I don't use myself, because I just feel like that's just, I don't know, it's kind of, I don't feel like it's ethical to be selling products that you wouldn't use yourself, you know? So that's that. So let's get the rest of the studio sorted. I think this might be my lovely marker shelf. Yeah, and maybe I'll put my opened ones just here, so if people want to have a look and play, they can have a little go of them. I've got to get more of these timber MDF shelves cut from Bunnings and stained, because it just looks so much nicer with those shelves. Hi, I'm back in the studio. It's 10 to 6 p.m. Okay, so this afternoon I had my appointment at Farrell's at 3 o'clock. They put in an order, yay! So Farrell's bookstore in Mornington is now my Mornington stockist, and obviously I'm in Mornington in my studio as well. Now they've ordered quite a few greeting cards and quite a few bookmarks, so that's really exciting. I actually do need to put an order in for some of the cards to get them restocked. Also this morning I got quite a big order from Minty Interiors in Frankston, which is where, if you watched last week's studio vlog, I went and saw Abby, the owner, showed her some of the products in person, because Frankston's 10 minutes from my studio. And so she put in an order today too. So I've got 2 brand new stockists in one day. I'm so excited. So I've got a Frankston stockist, a Mornington stockist, and they're quite big orders. So I need to do a stock take of my stickers as well, because Minty Interiors have ordered quite a few stickers, which is really cool. Yeah, so I've got to, there's the only problem when you get orders and I don't have heaps of stock of everything. Like normally I do have a good amount of stock, but there's 5 or 6 stickers that I've been running really low for a while. So I'm going to have to order 100, which costs quite a bit of money, 100 of each design. I might actually just do 50 of each design. That just means I have to pay a bit more than I'd like to pay for them. We'll see how we go. I might, yeah. It's still a bit of a juggle until I build up the stock levels of every single product. There's still going to be those times when I get a wholesale order in and I have to order a top up of product to cover it. But it's okay because they're really good orders. So I'll have the money to cover it. So it's fine. I also got some more washi tapes in today from the Wholesale studio, I think it is. A little video before. So I put them up on one of my little sticker racks. You can't really see the back row. So I think also these Kate Mason washi tapes, they're a bit thicker than the Wattle Studio ones. So that's the difference. The Wattle Studio recommended retail is $6, whereas the Kate Mason ones are $8. So I think I'm just going to separate them into 2 sticker stands and have them on this row here. Yeah, I've still got lots of cleaning in this studio to do. I just put the Farrell's order together just so I know which greeting cards I need to go and reorder tonight. And I also picked up, I've got shit everywhere, honestly. I picked up my ceramics order. So I think that means I can ship 2 wholesale orders that I've been waiting on stock for. But I probably won't know till tomorrow. Know if I'll have time this afternoon to unload all the stuff from the market still, which is down here, because I really need to still keep cleaning this studio. It's so bad. I just can barely move in here. The dog came back with me when I dropped Meg off at work. The poor thing can barely find a spot to sit. Are you happy there, man? Go and have a nap. If you followed my Woodford Folk Festival travels, you know that I made a heap of these cute little flower earrings, but I only had the normal metal butterfly clasps at the back, so that they were super droopy. So I was not really selling them at Woodford. But look, I've gotten the new back. So I've got the let me show you, these big disc backs. So now they sit really cute. I can happily sell them, so I'm going to put them on my website as part of my February shop update, which should be the 1st, but has been pushed back to the 5th, so it'll be happening this week. In an effort to save money on buying food, because I'm a bit of a takeaway addict, I have started just having rice in the fridge. And then I just add whatever else there is. So today for lunch we've got roast chicken, some red onion, some cucumber. I've put some little mini pickles in there. And then I'm just going to squeeze out the rest of the sriracha, add some sesame seeds, and I think we'll be good to go. Okay, let's test her out. Yeah, yum. Love a bit of crunch. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I got to the studio about 20 minutes ago. It's like 12, quarter to 1. I just spent 10 minutes searching for my second sticker holder, my wall sticker, because this place is such a mess. I was getting infuriated because I could not find it. I've got stuff everywhere. I'm in to clean and sort and do stock takes because I've got to order some products for wholesale orders. Could not find it anywhere. Okay, there's one. I'm moving them from the other wall over here to that wall. So I've been searching for the second sticker for so long. And then hello, oh my God, it's still on the wall. I couldn't believe it. Okay, let's get into it. So what I need to do first, before I deal with this absolute dumpster fire, is I'm going to put all my stickers up in their little pockets, and I'm going to do a stock take because I've got an order for a new stockist who's ordered quite a few stickers that I know are out of stock. So I need to get that order in ASAP because my sticker producer in Melbourne, depends how busy he is. Sometimes it can take up to 2 weeks, and I don't want to hold that order up if I can avoid it. So if I put it in today, then hopefully it'll only take a week to get through. Okay, it's 4:30. I'm heading home. Let me show you what I got done today. There's still a lot to do, but I have actually got quite a bit done. A giant pile of stuff on the floor. We've started to get some organisation happening here though. I've moved the 2 sticker walls, and I actually love them here so much more. And then when I expand my stickers, eventually I've got quite a few spare ones down the bottom there, but eventually I'll probably have even more, and I can put them there where those paintings are. I didn't get the sale orders picked that are needing stickers though, so I still don't know which ones I need to order. I'm just going to come back in first thing in the morning and do that because I've got something with my girls tonight. Loving that. Loving this. This is earrings. So yeah, loving. So I've got my little necklace spinner here. Not sure if that will stay, but for now it's fine. I've got my non-ceramic earrings here, my ceramic earrings here. I'm going to fill that whole thing up with earrings. I've got my sticker sheets here for now. Again, this might move, but my extra art prints, my colouring in sheets, just some like packaging down the bottom. On this one, I'm going to have all of my enamel mugs down the bottom. Gosh, I need to sell them. I've just got my bigger one-off ceramic pieces there for now. I'm not sure if they'll stay like that. I think they will actually. And then here, I'm going to eventually, I'm downsizing the colour selection of my fairy houses to, instead of having light green and light blue and dark blue, I'm just going to have green and blue, and I'm actually going to have the lighter blue, not the darker blue, because I like it better. So I'll get a few more of these little crates, and I'll have 5 crates. So eventually each colour will have its own crate, so I'll have lots of stock of each. I've just put my keychains in here for now. I don't know that I like the way they're displayed on this. I have got my spinner, but it's going to take up so much room, so I'm not sure yet. But for now this works, and I've got the little brooches I got made as well. I don't have them up anywhere. I probably should put them on my website. I've got all my little cute ceramic brooches that I made for Woodford, lots of leftovers. And then up here, I've got my little crates with my mini vases, my mini mushrooms. So I've got red mushrooms, pink mini vases, and the mixed floral mini vases. And that's just some extra stock. Here is more basically, so I've got all of my cards on display for when, potentially for when wholesale customers want to come in and order. They can just go, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that, or whatever. These rows here, I've been thinking actually, at the moment I've got my $15, my $20 and my $25 small vases. I'm actually considering getting rid of the $20 and the $15 sizes. These are probably my most stressful thing in the ceramics to make, because I always am like, oh, am I making the right size? And weighing them just didn't work for me. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep all those 3 sizes of small vases. I might just do this vase size, because this is the size that people buy if they're buying them as little shot glasses. So I could just have heaps of those and then sell them for 25 each, or like 2 for 45 or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about that. But I do sell a lot of these ones for wholesale, so I'm not sure. Anyway, I've got my washi tape up. I've got to still go through the orders and see what I need to make and I need to order. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy with my sticker wall. I'm heading home now because my girls and I are going to the movies. So see you tomorrow. Good morning, friends. It's Wednesday, back in the studio. The movie I saw last night was actually pretty good. It was gory, but it wasn't as gory as I thought it would be. It was only really at the end it got gory, and I just love a bit of fake blood, if I do say so. It was made by one of my girls' favorite YouTubers, Markiplier, called Iron something. Anyway, and not a movie I would normally see at the movies, but my girls loved it. And I am now so excited to see with the new Wuthering Heights. Oh my gosh, we love a bit of the Bronte sisters literature, and I actually have liked all of the movie, like any Jane Austen or like Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte, any of the Bronte sister books that have been converted to movies, I really like. Jane Eyre is my favorite book of all time, and also Pride and Prejudice. So yeah, I love the movie renditions. Obviously, they're never as good as the book because you cannot have the detail and be inside their head. But I'm excited to see it. Now, today I have printed out my fair orders that still have either completely need to be done or partially need to be done. I today need to order my stickers. I've noticed apparently Fair notified me yesterday that 5 shops have requested to know when my little vintage lamb sticker is back in stock, and that has been out of stock for so long. So I think I'm going to order that one. Definitely. I've only got one of them, and it's really inspired me to get my vintage collection of stickers done, but that's not going to happen this week. That'll be probably next month, we'll see. But yeah, I've got to work out, now that I've done my beautiful sticker wall and I've got all of my stickers in here, I just need to go through and pick the order and work out what I need to order still. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm meeting Marketing Matt at 11 today. And I'm going to remember to film just a little bit, even though he'll hate it. Okay, I'm going to get to work. So I've gotten all of Minty's order ready that has the product in stock. Obviously, I still need to order the stickers. So they have ordered 2 of the sticker sheets, which I love. They've ordered 6 each of the mini mushrooms in the red and the pink. And they have lots of plants in their shop. That's their main thing they sell. So they'll go so well. And then they've ordered a heap of stickers with more to come, and a heap of my greeting cards, which I'm so excited about. These ones will do so well for Valentine's Day, the vintage kitsch ones, because they're just like really cute, punny love ones. Like, I will always love you, and some bunny loves you. And now that that's all done, I'm off to my marketing meeting with Matt. We're meeting at a local cafe.
What am I doing?
I don't know. Okay, just wave. Howdy, it is a Wednesday night now. It's like 8 o'clock. I am in bed editing one of my studio vlogs, and yeah, I'm still getting really tired. I think I remember last time when I had COVID back in 2022, I think I got that long COVID where you're just super tired for months and months. So I did a few hours work at the studio today, and I had my meeting with Matt, which you will have seen. He waved. We didn't have our computers out this time because we were just sort of doing a review of what I've been up to the last few weeks, and doing some strategy around my wholesale and printables. So we didn't actually get into any data on the computer. But yeah, so I came home and I'm really tired. So I'm just kind of trying to do stuff from bed, even though what I should be doing is actually glazing my pottery. But I'm just going to get my YouTube vlogs edited and uploaded because that's important too. My goal for the dog's going crazy. What are you doing, doggy pups? Say hello to the YouTube. Hello to the YouTube. Oh, hello, the baby. Someone at the market on Saturday, because she came with me to the market, said, oh my gosh, she's so much smaller in real life. She looks bigger on camera. So that's interesting. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so my goal is to get to $1,000 a month income from my YouTube channel. Hopefully, I would love to have it by the end of March, but definitely by the end of the financial year, which is the end of June. So I've got to focus on my YouTube channel too. That's important. Anyway, that's what I'm doing now. I'm editing a video, so I'm going to get back to editing the video. I might have a little nap and wake up at 10 o'clock or something and then do my pottery, or I might just get up in the morning and do it then instead. Hello, happy Thursday. I just got to the studio at 1:30. I wanted to get here at 10 this morning. I've gotten McDonald's. I'm being a bit naughty the last week, haven't I, with buying food? I might have to up my dose of the stubby stuff. I woke up super early this morning to watch a free webinar on Pinterest. It was from someone from the US, so it was like 6 o'clock or something. And then I kind of was half asleep watching that, and then I went back to sleep and I had toast. If I have white toast for breakfast, like, I'm actually shaky. It does something to my glucose levels. It's not good for me. White toast for breakfast is not a vibe for me at all. It gives me too much of a sugar spike for the rest of the day. I went back to sleep and woke up at like 10:30. So I worked from bed for a couple of hours. I did some invoicing. I worked out exactly what I need to glaze today to send to my firing service for the orders that are waiting on stuff. I've messaged Minty Interiors and said I'm going to drop off the majority of their order today, so they've got it. So what I'm going to do first, so the webinar actually about Pinterest, it was actually really good. I have had Pinterest for years, but I generally just use it like everybody else and just like pin, like if we're having an event and I want some ideas for food, or if I've got like studio ideas, styling, home styling, vintage, kitsch vibes, Christmas, craft DIY. But during COVID, Pinterest actually reached out to me and asked if I wanted to do some advertising. And I did. It was so stupid. It didn't get me hardly any sales, and I spent hundreds of dollars on it. It was such a waste of money. They probably hit up businesses in COVID if they knew they were getting extra money from the government or something. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, I'll try some ads on Pinterest. What I should have done is actually just done organic posts on Pinterest. And anyway, that's what this webinar was about today. It's saying Pinterest, because it's a search engine, it's not a social media platform as such, it can drive so much traffic to your website. So for me especially, I'm thinking with my printables, which I struggle to promote on my socials for some reason. Many years ago, I bought this course for $700. It was from an Australian, I can't remember her name. And I started to do the course like I always did, and then I stopped, and I'm like, you idiot, because it was when I had a WordPress website, and the thing was do a free digital download on your website, put it on Pinterest so people go to your website, download the free thing. I got that far into the course, right? And the idea was to generate heaps of traffic to your website, and then you can start selling to people once they've got their free downloadable. I just made this really simple little cute free downloadable. I'll put a picture of it here. And it says stay true to you, or stay true to your heart. I got so much traffic from the Pinterest post of that to go onto my old WordPress site. So much, like in the first few months, like I was getting like thousands of downloads. And then I don't know why, self-sabotage. I just kind of never finished the course. I actually tried to find it last year, but I couldn't find it. I think it was so long ago. Interestingly, looking at my stats this morning on Pinterest, so that was the one intentional Pinterest post I ever did until I did some advertising during COVID, which did not work. Looking at my stats over the past 90 days on Pinterest, that printable that I posted years ago, like 10 years ago, is still my most clicked on Pinterest pin. So what I think I'm going to do is speak to Matt, maybe, my marketing guy. At the moment, if you sign up to my newsletter, you get this really cool printable, but you have to sign up to the newsletter. So I wonder if it's worth doing the free printable that I set up years ago, or revamping it a little bit without having to sign up to the newsletter, just to get traffic to my website, or whether I redo that pin with my printable that you get for free if you sign up to the newsletter, and direct people to, I could direct people to my newsletter sign up page. I could set a newsletter sign up page that's just for Pinterest, so we can track how many people go from Pinterest. Anyway, that's what I did this morning. It was really interesting. And I went through all my boards, my Pinterest boards, and archived a heap. So, because she said this morning, Jenna Kutcher, I think her name is, that you really should only start with about 5 different boards. And if you're not just pinning just your stuff, you're still able to pin other people's stuff, but with the goal to eventually mainly be pinning your own stuff. So whether it's an image from a blog link that you've done a blog on the website, or a product image. So think about it, for my Pinterest, for my printables, for like the art prints, for home styling, they would be amazing on there. I could do some really nice either physical photo shoots or just using mock-ups. There's so many cool mock-ups nowadays that you can just put your digital image in and it looks like a room setup. For colouring in, I could do a whole pin board for mindful creativity or just colouring in, calling out colouring in. So I think I'm going to start implementing Pinterest as a major strategy to drive traffic to my website, which is exciting. Anyway, today I'm in here. It's 1 o'clock. I've told Minty Interiors I'll be there between 2 and 3. And then I've told my firing service I'm going to drop off my firing. So what I want to do is get the Minty Interior order ready with all the envelopes and everything. Then I'm going to just start my glazing, and I'll depend how my timing goes, whether I get all my glazing done before I drop off the Minty order, or if I have to go drop that off and then come back. But I'm being really good this year so far because, last year I was just running around all over the place, going to places 10 different times. I've noticed my petrol bill this year has been so much less already because obviously I've still got my bad engine that needs replacing in my car, but it's drivable. And the mechanic said, I'm not going to make it worse by driving it, as long as I'm not driving it to Queensland, which I didn't. I drove my mum's car. So yeah, I'm being much more organised with when I have to go somewhere to try and group that area in one drive. So I have to go to drop off the Minty Interior order in Frankston, and my firing service is in Mount Eliza, so it's like 5 minutes down the road. So my studio is Mornington, which is only 10-15 minutes anyway, but it's going to be more practical if I can do the firing drop-off and the order drop-off in the same drive. So that's the plan. So I'm going to quickly finish eating and go do that. Another thing I'm supposed to be doing, or have had done by today, which is the 5th of February, is my shop update. Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to do it on the 1st, but I bumped it back because I was so busy. And I haven't even taken the photos or done the listing. So when I do my stuff in Frankston, on my way back, I'm going to have to take all my photos and then I'm just going to go home and sit in bed and upload everything to the website. I'm not happy about that. I mean, I don't have massive amount of orders when the shop updates come through, but I need to be trying to stay consistent with that so that as I grow, people do know on the 1st of each month, I have a shop update and they can see cool new things that are available. I'm just set up in this workshop room to get this order sorted and then do some pottery because my studio is still a hot mess. So we're just going to work in here. 2:30. My Minty Interiors order is ready to go, but I haven't even started doing glazing. I've got my bisque stuff that's all ready. I wanted to get all of this glazing done. These aren't for an order, but these are for orders, so I need to at least get these done. I don't think I'm going to get them done in time because it always takes longer than I planned for glazing, so let's get into it. I was going to be at Minty between 2 and 3. She said she's there until 4. So what I think I'll do is go work until about 3:15, see how much I've gotten done. If I've got at least all of the stuff that I need for orders, I'll drop it off. If I haven't, then I will just go take the order to Minty and then come back here and keep glazing until I've got it all done and then drop it off. I don't usually sit and show you this part because it's quite monotonous. And I like to listen to music, which is on my phone. My hands are still quite bad with my little dermatitis-y thing that I get where the skin cracks open. And this just makes it worse. What I was doing towards the end of last year when I had so much to make is actually put my white cotton gloves on and then the rubber gloves over the top, because the powder in those rubber gloves irritates it, and even if it's the unpowdered ones, it makes my hands sweat, which then causes them to crack even more and get itchy. So yeah, the cotton gloves that are just like $2 from Coles, and then just those disposable gloves over the top, that I can do this for a couple of hours and without my skin going terrible. Now I have to be careful not to press too hard, because last week I did one, I was rushing and I pressed so hard that I broke it, which we don't want to happen, because after the burst firing, the bisque firing, although it is like quite solid, it's not as solid as it is when it comes out of the second firing. Because the bisque firing goes up to 1,000 degrees, and did I show you that? How cute. The bisque firing goes to 1,000 degrees, and the second firing, the glaze firing, goes to 1,250, I think, something like that. I'm now on the board of directors for this studio, that creative space. It's a not-for-profit, so it needs, I think, 4 or 5 board of directors. I think it's 5. And we have decided that we are going to be getting a kiln, which is super exciting. Obviously, they can't rush into it. We're probably going to buy a second-hand one off Marketplace. That will be game-changing for me. That'll be just like life-changing once we have a kiln here. So I don't have to drive and pick up, and I can just put a load on whenever I want. I feel like I'll get so much more production out. I can't wait. And because it's the studios, I don't have to outlay to buy the kiln. What we're going to do is, for the studio residents, there's a few of us here that do pottery. So we will pay an extra, like a flat fee, which will give us up to a certain amount of kilos fired. And then after that, we will pay extra. And we're also going to do a firing service for other people who aren't at the studio. So that'll be an additional income stream for that creative space to make a bit more money. And we'll just share, I don't really know how to use a kiln yet, because I've never actually used it. I've only ever done my classes where I used to go at Dranana Potters, and now I just drop it off to my firing service. So, I mean, I know how you have to have your stuff prepped to go into the kiln. I know you have to have it dried properly, and with the glaze you can't have it on the bottom. There's lots of things I do know, but I've never actually loaded a kiln myself, so I'll probably need to learn that. The other 2 people here that do pottery, I feel like their brains are more technical than mine, so I'm quite confident that between the 3 of us we'll have it figured out. Another one. So yeah, I'm going to turn this off now and get back to my music lesson, and I'll see you when I'm at 3:15 and show you what I've done. Okay, it's 3:05. There's no way I'm getting the other stuff glazed that's not for the orders that I need to get in. So I'm just doing my little fairy houses. So I'm just going to get the stuff that I absolutely need to get glazed for orders glazed. I think that will probably take 10 minutes. So we'll probably leave here about 3:20, and then I should get to Minty about 3:40. So a bit later than I wanted, but she's there till 4. I might just message her and say I got held up and I'm on my way. I don't even think I'm gonna get all this glazed. I think I might just pack this into my studio, go drop off Minty, come back, glaze, and do all the other things I wanted to glaze too, and then drop off. Maybe, I don't know, I'll do 5 minutes of glazing.
I'm so excited about these miniatures.
just dropped Minty's order off and I couldn't help myself. I had to get a little plant. Realized I'm parked right behind them. I've been calling them Minty Interiors, but it's actually Minty Greenhouse. Oh, I've spoken to my Caitlin from who does my firing, and she's actually not putting any on tonight. So I'm going to go back to the studio now, keep glazing all of my stuff, and either drop it off on my way home or drop it off in the morning. I'm going to try and get it done now because I'm here, like I'm at the studio. Well, I will be in 10 minutes time, and then I can just drop it by her on my way back home. And then I'm going to I've got to photograph all my shit for the February update. I'm going to take photos of everything as well while I'm at the studio, and then I'll go home and get on the laptop and upload all the products so I can actually do my February shop update, because I've got quite a few things that I think people will like, and it'll be good to get some extra little income from that as well. Now, you might be wondering what these funny little videos are. It's actually just me trying to take little video of the mini collage books that I'm uploading to my website as part of my February shop update. With Shopify, I have read that if you upload videos into the product description with normal photos, you can get a higher conversion rate because you're showing actual videos, so people can see what they're actually getting better than just having an image. So that's what I'm doing here. And also I'm going to upload these guys to Etsy as well. It's nearly 11 o'clock here. I forgot to record when I started working. I was lying down, had a little, well, not a nap, just a lie down for a few hours, but I got back up at about 9:30. 10 o'clock maybe, probably 10 actually. So I've glazed all of the things that I need for orders that are existing, and now I'm just doing all the rest with my little transfer papers. I'm doing quite a few in the transfer paper that's my design. This one comes out so much brighter and more vibrant once it's fired. So I'm doing some little minis. The minis are probably the easiest ones to do. And I am just sitting here watching a podcast. Look at that, cute. I wanted to watch the new Bridgerton, but I don't want to be distracted with making. I want to just be watching it and not doing anything else because I'm so excited about it. Glazing done. It's now midnight, time for bed. Into Friday, it's like 12 o'clock. I had to go to the doctor's this morning, and I've just dropped my glazing and bisque firing off to my firing service. I'm just going to grab something to eat and coffee from Home Ground, and then I might have a little sneaky look in the op shop afterwards as well. This is such a cute little op shop. It always has some little treasures, and it's one of those really affordable ones because it's locally run, it's independent. It's in Tanti Avenue in Mornington, right next door to Homeground Cafe. I can't remember the name of it. Really cool local op shop supporting the local Mornington community. This frame that I'm going to use for my linen print. So I've just got to measure what size that is. That was $2. Got a dress for $5, and I don't love these storage containers, but I've got quite a few A4 like fussy cut collage sheets that are just piled on my desk right now. So I thought for now that was $5 as a temporary fix just to get some storage happening. 5 minutes to 1. I just got to the studio. I've got until 2:45 here, so I've got an hour and 45 minutes. I was going to get all my products done so that I can do my shop update, but I just need to get this floor cleared. So that's the goal for today. Finished sorting out these shelves, and I want to get this floor cleared. So I've got an hour and 45. Wish me luck. Let's do this. Little 2 o'clock update. Check this out. I've made a packaging wall. That is so pretty. I actually think I should find a tiny little table to put there, and that can be my order packing station. That's just cleared out so much of that shelf because that shelf just was piled high, very messily with all my bags. I love this. This is so cute. And look what I've done here. I've just got, now it doesn't hold heaps of weight. These are the IKEA fold up crates, and I've put my envelopes that I use for my ceramic transfer papers and sticker only orders. That's already, it's looking a bit bent, but I think that's okay. And then this one, I use these mailers more than any other mailer, so I've just got them there. I might change that, but I just think that looks so cute. I was going to use this originally to put my artworks on, but I think to start to actually have some organization, especially for packing orders as I'm getting more orders, I really like this. So this is cool. Oh, I've got that little table over there. Oh, that, look at this. This is so bad. That has got my printer on it. I wonder if I can move my printer to that shelf back there. I wonder if it would fit. And then I could bring that little table out here to be my order packing table. Anyway, I've got like 40 more minutes, so I'm really happy with that. That's a good start. So now I'm just going to tidy up the rest of these shelves here, and yeah, hopefully that will make a difference. So bad. I might have to come back tonight, I reckon. I've got to take my daughter to a doctor's appointment at 3:45, so that's why I'm leaving soon. Before I left, I packed up this little order for one of my existing stockists who has reordered a couple of times now. It's Nurture in Inverloch in Victoria, and she has ordered a lovely little selection of the mini fairy houses and small vases. The small ceramic products are doing really well at Nurture, which is just really exciting. When you get reorders from existing stockists, there's nothing better because you know that your product is definitely a good fit for their store. As well as the ceramics, they've also ordered a couple of stickers. So we've got the dash hounds and the whales. Welcome to Saturday morning. I am currently working in bed on my iPad. I've decided that I'm going to start working on the vintage kitsch sticker range. So I'm just in Canva first of all, because that's where I've got the images all on one page. So I'm just removing some of the words that won't be included, and then I'm just going to download that with a transparent background. And then I've come over to Procreate, which is an iPad program. I've gotten the background image from my other little vintage sticker that you would have seen earlier in this vlog, the vintage lamb. I've changed the color, so I often will keep my files on separate layers so that I can go back in and adjust and use it for new creations, but within the same theme. So now I've just imported that A4 sheet in from Canva, and it's just going to be really easy for me just to go in and do each one, and then I'm just going to erase the parts of the other images that didn't get taken out from the image. So how cute does this deer look already? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get this entire collection done. Oh my god, this is the cutest. And oh, look. Oh, love it. Love. Saturday morning, it's 8:30 and I just got to the studio. I really wanted to get here at like 7, but because I was having my lovely morning coffee and then started doing some designing work on my iPad for some stickers that I've been wanting to do for ages, I kind of got really into that. So I'm an hour behind with the studio continuing the cleanup, but that's okay because I've been wanting to get these vintage sticker designs started for ages. So I'm feeling really good that I've gotten 2 designs done. I'll probably finish the rest this afternoon, and I'm not going to send them to print yet because I've just ordered 8 stickers, which cost $600 because I have to order a minimum of 50. But just thinking towards the trade show this year, literally I had a shop who ordered my vintage cards for her. I think it was a chemist at Life and Style trade show last year. She said if you had those vintage designs in stickers and key rings, I would order the whole lot. This is the one vintage sticker I have. I've gotten 5 shops requested to be notified when this design is back in stock on Fair. So I'm actually really excited because I've had in my head to do a similar design with the background with the cute scalloped edge, but with all of these guys, and do a whole collection, and then also do them in key rings because I do this one in a key ring as well. So a whole beautiful selection with all of these guys. Cute, similar background, but just different colors. So I need to get that designed and have samples for the trade show in August. Now, have I booked in for a trade show in August? No, I haven't. And why am I talking about this at the beginning of February? Because we know that this year's going to fly by. March, April, May, June, July. That's 5 months away. And then August, so 6 months. It's 6 months away, but I want to have samples of everything. I want to have a really robust selection of products to take to the trade show. I'm not booked in yet. I'm not booking the trade show this year until I have the money sitting in my bank to pay for the whole thing, or at least have like available funds on my business credit card, because last year I booked Life in Style and just left the deposit. It was so stressful because it's $5,000. I just didn't have the money. So to get that paid has been so stressful. And although it was well worth it, I sold $8,000 worth of stock of product during the 4 days of the trade show. That wasn't all profit. A lot of that I had to spend on getting production, like producing the cards and the stickers and everything. So I think the trade show for me is absolutely worth it, but I'm not going to leave myself short like I did with many events last year. I've already got some invoices that are due this year that I'm like, So we're not booking the trade show probably until last minute, actually. If I miss out on Life in Style, because that one is more boutique and sort of books out quicker, I'm just going to do the Reed gift fair, which is run by the same people. It's in the convention centre instead of the exhibition building. It's more mass produced stuff, but I have wanted to do it just to see how my stuff would go. And it could be a good place to get more chain stores. Like, I know like the airports and the museums and all that go there. And worst case scenario, if I just don't have the funds, I'll just book in for AGHA, which is the Australian run trade show, which is the one I would love to support over the other two anyway, because the other two are owned by RX Global, which is a global corporation who run all different events, whereas AGHA is Australian run for the gift and homewares industry. The only problem is that just the design of their trade show is just not pretty. It's really ugly, and they just don't get the same traffic as the other trade shows. And the product selection there, I guess there's a lot more just, I don't know, much more mass-produced stuff that's not super attractive for like independent gift and homeware stores who are my target audience. Some of them don't even go to the AGHA, but it's so much cheaper. Worst case scenario, it'll still be worthwhile me doing it. When I did that, when I got back into wholesale in 2024, I did that. It only cost me $1,500 because I was like, I can't do it for any more, and they gave me a massive discount. And I sold $1,500 worth of stock, so sort of was break even. And I didn't have much then either. All I had was my stickers and my fairy houses in various sizes and the whales. I wasn't doing vases or wasn't doing greeting cards. So I would probably do much better there anyway if I did do that one. I just have to pretty up my stall, and yeah. So that's an option. So I'm definitely doing a trade show, whether it's Life in Style, Reed, or AGHA. So I want to be fully prepared for that. I want to have all of my stock samples. I want to have all my product lines that I'm going to release ready well and truly before the event, and then have like a month to prep how my stand's going to look. So that's why I'm excited that I've worked on my stickers this morning. So I need to be back home by 10:30 though, so it's a bit annoying. So what I'm going to work on this morning, I'm loving my little packing station, and I'm actually going to the fold-up countertop that I bought for markets that I've only used at Woodford. I think I'm going to bring that in later and put that there, and that can literally be my packing station. I'm going to try and deal with more of this floor situation, but we're getting there. Like, the shelves are starting to look a bit nicer. So we're definitely getting there. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so actually I'm not dealing with the floor yet, but what I'm doing is I'm actually just now, although I prefer to not have packaged things, I actually think sometimes you need to. So also, when I have these sticker sheets sitting upright, they eventually curl, just because the vinyl stickers, just some of them tend to do that. So I bought these little cards a while back when I got my last envelope order. I can't remember what I was actually planning on doing with these. I don't know if I was going to make them like into hand-stamped postcards, or the other thing I could do is actually fold them and make them into mini little cards or something. I don't know what I was doing. I think I got them for an idea for something. But what I'm actually going to do, because I happen to have the exact A5 packaging size, which are no good for cards, because when I ordered them, I didn't consider that you need like the envelopes bigger. So I've got a few packets of these, and what I'm actually just doing is packaging up like 5 of each, because now that I'm setting up my studio so it's also like a display room for people to come shopping, I want every product kind of nicely on display, as well as just having extra stock stored somewhere. So to prevent these guys from curling, I'm just doing 5 of each in the packaging. And then when I get my other stickers that I've ordered from other illustrators through Fair, I'll put them on that shelf as well. And then we're going to kind of have like a junk journaling, scrapbooking, paper craft shelf down here, I think. Also, I have to say, so today's Saturday. I would have been at Red Hill Market today because it's on, had I continued my crazy doing markets every week this year. I'm so glad I'm not doing it. When I woke up this morning and was sitting there having my coffee and designing my stickers, I was like, this is much more aligned with the direction that I'm trying to take my business in, which is growing it into more of a product empire. Empire. Like heaps of different products, more focusing on shops, more focusing on my YouTube and the printables. Although I miss out on the initial, like I probably would have made a few $100s today, but I'm actually working on my business instead of in it, as far as like product development, getting my studio sorted, instead of like, I would have just been chasing my tail all week because I would have been packing for another market and not actually working on the things I want to be working on. So I'm very grateful that I'm sticking to my guns so far. We're only a month in for this year, where I'm not doing heaps and heaps of in-person events and really working on growing the business. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to say. Like, it would have been nice to make a little bit of money today, but this will help future Rondelle designs make even more money. So I'm very grateful that I'm here and not at a market, even though it's a really nice day for a market. Okay, back to work. Just got the dog at the dog park. I just popped home because I had to grab something. And then we're going to head back to the studio shortly. There's quite a few dogs here, and they're mostly all bigger dogs, and they're fine, but she was like freaking out because they were running around having a great old time. She's still not sure, well, which is good actually, because she's such a small dog. She's not sure about bigger dogs, especially if they're running around, because she can get bowled over really easily. 24 kilos of fluff, so she can get knocked over by the bigger ones very easily. Can't you, darling? Was that a fun little dog park adventure? I think I'm going to take her to the studio with me. The girls have had her basically at home most of the week. She's had a little walk, so she should be happy just to chill in the studio for a couple of hours, I reckon. I've officially been monetized on YouTube for 6 months now, and when I first got monetized, I really had no idea what my monthly revenue would be from the ads that they put on my videos. The first month was about $80, and then about $350 because one of the videos went really well, and then it's kind of just been around that And then December, I got 220. I hardly posted in December. And then January, I've had my best month ever, which is 400. So I'm really excited to grow that as a revenue stream for my creative business this year. And I'm going to share how much I make from Google Ads on my videos. Now, 3 p.m. I've been at the studio most of the day now. I'm very happy to report though, my floor is almost cleared. Look at that. Yay! I've still got a few bits and pieces here and here, and the table still needs to be finished, but at least I can see. And then I'm going to deal with that whole back situation there next. Yeah, but I'm pretty happy with that. I'm loving my little order packing station. Dolly's so ready to go home. She's completely over it. Aren't you, dolls? I'm going to go home. I want to try and start cleaning my house because I'm doing that tomorrow, but I don't know how I'll go. Might need a little break. Saturday night shenanigans. I'm about to wallpaper the back of my bookcase that sort of blocks off my little room because I'm like in the lounge room. So there's my bed there, which usually is the lounge room, but because my daughter moved home, I gave up my bedroom for her, and I actually kind of like it. It's kind of like a studio apartment. I love it. This is normally my ceramics table at home. And so this faces the front door. So what I'm going to do, I've had this wallpaper sitting here for ages. I'm not sure if I'll have enough, but we'll give it a go. There's daddy long legs literally everywhere in this house. Okay, now this is just normal double-sided tape. I don't know whether that's going to hold it. So is there enough to do two? Oh, yes. This is amazing. It's perfectly the right size. Now, I think we're going to have to need more hardcore tape. Let's use this one. Double-sided mounting tape. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to use this stuff instead. This feels stronger. Okay, that's one. Well, that tracks. Howdy, it's Sunday night. I have just finished editing and uploading the McClelland market vlog. So that's up. And now I'm just starting to edit the last week's studio vlog. I didn't do work today, well, apart from all that editing I just did. I spent the day cleaning my house, which was really needed. And it was actually really nice just to have a Sunday that I intentionally said I'm not doing any work on my business today. I've got to do home stuff. So I might try and do that every Sunday when I don't have events on. It's playing on my mind the fact that I still haven't done my February shop update though, and it's now the 8th. Oh my gosh, I've got to fix my email as well. So we're a bit behind with that, but at this point, I don't think I have lots of people like waiting for my monthly shop update. So there's no riots happening. I really need to get it done though. The longer I put it off, the harder it is for me to sit down and actually do it. So I probably could have done that today, but it was so nice just to clean my house and not have to just like get my house in order, because it's been so messy for months and months and months because I've just been so focused on my business, and I just sort of run in and out of the house, or I just lie in bed. I was supposed to do that in January, but January was a bit of a write-off. So it's nice to get started, and I'm actually going to make that into a full series for the YouTube channel, because my house has been so really badly cluttered and messy, and it's just not styled nicely. Like, it's a bit of a shack, but it could be styled really cute because I've got that really vintage, whimsical, kitschy vibe. I could really make it look cute, which that's the plan, but I'm not going to start uploading the series until I'm about halfway through because I'm so embarrassed with how it looks currently. So I want to actually want everyone watching to know that I'm not in that situation anymore and that it's much better. So yeah, I'm just going to wait until I'm well into halfway through the series and have completed a couple of rooms, and then I'm going to start uploading them. So I'm excited about that. Anyway, I'm going to get back to editing last week's studio vlog now, and I'm going to finish up this week's vlog and tomorrow morning we'll start next week's vlog. No market vlog this weekend because I didn't do a market, and I was so happy about it. It was so nice. I think I talked about it in this video, where instead of getting back on the hamster wheel of Friday being about packing for market without actually getting to finish all the jobs for the week in the studio, I felt like I got a lot more done than I would have had I had a market. Now, obviously, I don't get that extra few $100s that I would have made at a market, but we're doing long-term growth planning. So the hope is that the money will come even more down the track a little bit. I just have to hold out for that, that's all. But yeah, next week I'm going to try and get some more wholesale stockers on board as well, and get my February shop update. That's like pretty much most important thing to get done tomorrow at this point. Yeah, that's number one priority for tomorrow, as well as hopefully finishing my studio cleanup. This end of the year of the snake is coming up next weekend, and I want to be fully ready for the new year of the horse with completely decluttered studio and decluttered house at the same time. Let's do it. Okay, let's finish this vlog. Thanks for watching. I'm lying down in bed. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below. Tell me your favourite part. Say whatever you want. Keep it nice. And I'll see you in the next one.